Welcome. Today is International Reggae Day, and my name is Copeland Forbes, and I am a tour manager, tour coordinator, booking agent. I wear about 5 caps in the industry, and today is a special day. As you know, I am celebrating my 47th anniversary, and I'll be talking a little about my branding of Reggae My Life Is. But first, let me start with the Music Business Forum, where we're going to talk about the state and the future of Jamaica's live music on the international basis. Now, let's go back to way back in the early years of the 70s when our groups and artists were getting opening slots on with some of the big groups. I remember in the early 70s when the Wailers opened for Bruce Springsteen at Maxix Kansas City in New York City, a little 200-seater club. And this was the first time people were actually experiencing the Wailers in the raw, as most people were used to them in their slick suits and polka dot shirts as a singing trio. But now this is the Wailers, a band, as they were augmented by the Barrett brothers of Carly and Family Man, and Joe Higgs on vocals and percussion, and Wyatt Linda on keyboards. Now, that concert gave us a great push because at the time our music was just getting a little visibility, with people like Eric Clapton covering some of our music, like I Shot the Sheriff, and Johnny Nash covering quite a lot of the Wailers song. So people were recognizing those people, but it was helping our music and helping our artists. So here we are opening for a big star. Now, groups like Black Uhuru were opening for the Rolling Stones, they were opening for the Police, playing big stadiums with 50,000 people. There was a point where the Police was opening for Peter Tosh, and then a few years later the tables turned where Peter Tosh was opening for the Police. But we were getting the opportunities to play on these major stages with major groups in major concert halls and major stadiums, which was very good, even though our music wasn't getting the great international appeal that it's getting now. So we moved on, and then here comes Reggae Sunsplash, which started out in Jamaica as a local entity, and it grew into one of the biggest international vehicle for our music, where it transcended into the United States, into Europe, into Japan, into South America, and into Africa. So our music starts moving on the international basis. Then came Reggae Japan Splash, and this was one of the biggest reggae festival in Japan, where Asians were experiencing and getting a taste of our music. And this festival grew from 2,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 to 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, where they had to split the entourage in two. One went north, one went south, and everybody meet up together for the last 2 shows in Osaka and in Tokyo. And this gave our music great exposure in that region because China started picking up on it, Korea started picking up on it, Thailand started picking up on it. So our music was really moving and growing internationally. Now, when we look at it and to see all these areas where our music grew and reached, and then we start to look at what happened since then. The Mighty Diamonds were playing on Reading Festival, a rock festival in England. The Revolutionary Band with the great legendary Sly Dunbar on drums, playing along with the Mighty Diamonds and U-Roy in front of hard rock fans with rock groups. And we were pelted with stones, not stones really, tomatoes, eggs were flying through the air. And I remember Sly said, we are not stopping, let's keep going, because that's the only way we're going to give them the music. And we kept on going. And by the fourth or fifth song, we won the audience over. They stopped throwing on the stage, and one on the right started throwing on the left to tell them to stop throwing, and we won over. So here we are with our groups getting the opportunity to perform on these major festivals. Reading, Glastonbury, Sunshine Festival, Summer Jam, Ratatam, and all these major festivals, even though they are not reggae festivals, but reggae is included. So that's an opportunity for us then. Now, when we look at back and to see that we have exposed ourselves, our artists, our culture into all these areas, Japan, the US, Europe, now we move over to see where we are now.